Hello, I'm Artifacts March, and recently Unexplained Mysteries put out this video showing the El Paso airport with these lights blinking above it. This is in response to a temporary shutdown. The government was going to shut this whole area down, the airspace, for 10 days. Only lasted a few hours, so on and so forth. Well, Unexplained Mysteries came up with this video and shows these lights that are essentially just static. They're blinking on and off. The claim I'm getting here is that these are radio towers. Now, scroll down a minute. All I see in this video is some blinking lights that blink in a repeating pattern. And are static. I'm going to call BS on this. Pete CBR. I live here in El Paso, Texas. These lights are antennae on the side of the mountain. They are the airplane warning lights blinking. So, which one is it? Really hope he's not referencing all those blinking aircraft warning lights on distant towers. If so, all credibility of this channel is now lost. Well, there's a problem with this. These being antennae. And here's what the issue is. I was driving home one night, driving home on I-390 out of Rochester, and I was viewing the antennas off to my left. There's a bunch of them, radio antennas. They look very uniform. These don't. But there's another problem on top of that. Generally, they'll have 3 lights on them, and these don't. But here's the other issue. You don't put radio towers right near an airport. That's for obvious reasons. A plane could crash into them and people would get killed, and we don't want that. These are not uniform. They do blink on and off continuously. So, we're going to take a look here. I'm going to switch this over. We're going to take a look at something from Cornell Law. 47 CFR Squiggle 95.317, registration of antenna structures that may constitute a menace to air navigation. This has a bunch of technical stuff. Basically, there's a ratio that they have to obey and all that. This is to keep the airspace around the airport safe, so a plane doesn't crash into the towers and people don't get killed. So what I'm thinking here is that it's highly unlikely these are antennae, radio antennae. I don't see how they could be, actually. It's a tough call, but you just don't put radio antenna right at the airport. Right near the airport, you don't do it. And it's for safety reasons. You see, look like planes down in the foreground. I'll put this in full screen mode for a minute. They're not uniform. They do blink on and off. they're not uniform. The second one from the left is it tilts a little bit. Can't tell with the other ones because they don't have lights. There would be should be 3 lights on them. So based on this, I'm going to say these are not radio antennae. I don't know what they are. That was my thought too, at first too, until I viewed those lights that I saw on 390. I see them every night driving home, and they're radio antennae. But they're a long ways away from Rochester's airport. You just don't have antennae, tall antennae right next to an airport. You don't do it. That's a no-no. That's what they are. I don't know. That explanation doesn't fit. Sorry, folks. Sorry if I took a pin to somebody's balloon, but that explanation just doesn't fit. They would be too close to the airport, and they would pose a navigation hazard. I'm RFX Mars. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.